So today we're going to talk about why the sky is blue. Well, before we talk about why the sky is actually blue, we need to talk about something else, which is the electromagnetic spectrum. So the electromagnetic spectrum is basically a spectrum of electromagnetic waves from the lowest energy to the highest energy and the longest wavelength to the shortest wavelength. So if you look here, it's sort of like a chart where you can basically map everything out. For example, for radio wave, it has the lowest energy, the longest wavelength. And on the other side, we have gamma ray, which has the highest energy and the shortest wavelength. Well, today we're not going to focus on everything in the electromagnetic spectrum, but instead we're going to focus on something called visible light. So visible light is basically a type of electromagnetic wave that basically is combined of Roy G. Biv. So what is Roy G. Biv? Well, it might sound really familiar, and yes, it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So what does this have anything to do with why the sky is blue? Well, it has something to do with how light enters our atmosphere. So normally, the light we see, is white. And the white light, like that light right there, is composed of all of those colors. Now, when light enters our atmosphere, which is made out of oxygen and nitrogen, it reacts like very differently depending on their wavelength to the gas molecules in the atmosphere. So basically, for example, violet with the shortest wavelength out of Roy G. Biv is affected by the gas molecules more. So what do I mean by affected by the gas molecules more? Well, what I mean is that when it enters the atmosphere, because the gas molecules are smaller than the waves, they scatter the waves basically. So violet, being the shortest wavelength, is more affected. Then what about red? Well, red, on the other hand, is less affected by it because it has a longer wavelength. So you might be wondering, then shouldn't we see violet because it's scattered more around the world and our eyes can see it better? Well, that's not very true, because violet, it's actually scattered so much that our human naked eye can't actually see it in the sky. So something like blue is just the right amount to the point where our human eyes can actually see it. So this is why the sky is blue. Thank you for watching.